from RJ International. Today, we will be discussing how to develop fluency in English. Most of the people who are not speakers or regular speakers of English, they face problem. They feel that they are not confident enough or they do not have their base clear and hence they are not able to speak English fluently. Today, I'll give you some brief about how to be fluent in English. Definitely, it varies from person to person and on which level are you. Whether you know the basics, whether you know the grammar part, or whether you are not aware about the words as well. That is vocabulary. But I'll give you a brief with the help of which you can at least start learning English. Because we know English is the most common spoken language all over the world and it is widely used in all the aspects of your life. So I'll give you some tips, starting with the first one, learn few parts. I'm not telling you to mug up whole sentences or all the grammar rules. I'm just telling you to learn few parts. That is, you can learn few phrases, you can learn few clauses and then you can implement it in the sentence. You can use it in the sentence. For example, I'll just keep the same thing like I will be. I am going to learn this that with I will use will and be whenever I am going to talk about future. And considering this, I'll use it in the sentences like I will be going for a movie tonight. I will be watching a movie tonight to enhance my grammar skills. Or you can say I will be going to the market tomorrow. Here I will be is same, but I have changed the rest part of the sentence. Even you can do this because it is just like a jigsaw puzzle. Have you ever solved a jigsaw puzzle? Yes, just like that, you have to be sure of these parts, few parts and rest. You have to keep changing, you have to keep trying unless and until it is all done. So it is just like that. If I give you brief about the second tip, sound well prepared. Now, what does this mean? Sound well prepared is you have to prepare few topics first, like what is the most memorable movement of your life, or your daily routine from morning to evening, or what is your goal, your hobbies or anything. Write a paragraph on it and show it to someone who is well versed in English. Show it to that person and then you can speak in front of that person. Once you start speaking, initially you will feel that this is all memorized content. Yes, it is, but then it is very helpful to boost your confidence and take you to another level of speaking. Initially, like I said, you will feel that it is memorized content, but then once you are done with it, you develop your fluency, then you will start speaking it in a very natural way. Third tip is converse with native speakers. Yes, you might be watching many English movies, you might have listened many English songs, but you really think reading or listening together is enough? It is important, I'm not denying it. But along with this, conversation is important. Unless and until you don't converse with native speakers or speakers who are very fluent in English, you will not be able to go through. So converse with them, talk with them about the same things like your daily routine or your interest, your hobbies or anything. But converse with them. You can go to the people, if not native speakers, who are well versed in this language or with whom you are comfortable or with who is not judgmental. You can go to any person and then communicate in that language. The fourth one is speed reading and read loudly. Now, speed reading and read loudly. Before speaking, you should know a scientific way how we speak. Whenever we speak, there is a coordination between our lips, tongue, and facial muscles. So, this coordination is always helpful for your English speaking. Initially, when these new words are new, all your body parts will take time to speak. But this is how you can solve it. Take a paragraph, read it once. read it very loudly so that all the facial muscles, all the parts of your mouth is able to speak that. So once you have read the paragraph, read it again and again. Read it loudly and very specifically. First time you read it, it is fine. You can read it slowly. Second time, time yourself. How many seconds or how many minutes you take to read that paragraph. And that is how you can speak fluently. The fourth tip is observe, that is pause and copy. Whenever you are watching any movie or listening to any songs, make sure you watch good movies, or you can even listen to TED Talks. Now whenever you listen to TED Talks, what you can do is watch, observe what the other person is saying, pause there and try to copy that sentence. Whenever you try to copy that sentence, focus on two things. First is pronunciation of that word, and second is intonation. Now what is intonation? Intonation is combination of stressed and unstressed words that are spoken in a very rhythmic way. Like I'll give you a brief. How are you today? This is just a normal rhythm. If you are in not good mood, then you might not reply. But if I ask you, how are you today? So in that case, I have focused on the word today. So you will consider it. And while speaking, intonation matters a lot. So focus, observe, pause and copy. And the last tip is join group discussions. Now all these things is something which you do, but you do not do it with a correct person or correct group of people. When you come here, I'll brief you about all these things in detail. How to practice voice intonation, or how to do speed reading, how to get coordination with all your speaking parts. But this is the main. You should have that environment where you are able to speak fluently, confidently, and with not the fear of being judged. Because if you have that fear, you will not be able to speak. You can join group discussions, have group discussions as much as possible, because it is always said that practice makes a man perfect. The more you practice, the more fluent you will be. When you come here, I'll give you various topics and we'll have group discussion that will enhance your fluency in English, and which is a must for English speakers.